Hi everyone, I'm going to go over some of the questions that people had the most trouble with on the 11.1, 11.2 homework worksheet from March 12th. We're going to start with number 24 because that one gave people the hardest time. So you have the square root of 15 multiplied by root 3 plus root 2. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute the root 15 to both terms. Because they're both inside the radical, I can write it as 15 times 3, and then plus root 2 times 15. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that 15 and 3 and notice, hey, 15, 3 is a factor of that too. So I can write it like this if I like to. 15 times 3 times 3. There's my 15. There's my 3. And then 2 times 15. 2 doesn't go into 15, so I'm just going to leave it as root 30 because there are no perfect squares that go into that. However, here I have 5 times 9. 9's a perfect square. So what's the square root of 9? Square root of 9 is 3. So I get 3 root 5 plus root 30. And that's our final answer. They're not like radicals, so we can't combine them. So it's done. The next one people had a little bit of difficulty was number 16. And 16 is negative 2 root 6 plus 3 root 6 minus 3 root 2. So as I'm writing that down, I'm noticing that these first two radicals have like terms because they're both root 6. So I'm just going to take the coefficients, negative 2 plus 3, and I get 1. So 1 root 6 minus 3 root 2, or you could just write root 6 minus 3 root 2. Again, they're not like radicals, so it is what it is. You're finished from there. Then we have number 9, which is, let's see, negative 2 times the square root of 128. So 128, right away, I see it's 64 times 2, and 64 is a perfect square. You might not see that as quickly yet, but you will, within time, working with the radicals, be able to see those doubles of perfect squares. So I know the square root of 64 is 8. Again, when I take the square root of 64, it's 8, no more radical. So I have a negative 2 times 8, and then root 2 just stays in the radical there. So I get negative 16 root 2, and that's the answer there. Then number 2. 2 is a little bit tricky because a lot of people do not see the perfect square in there. Again, this one's a little bit more challenging. It's root 49 times 7. So I don't expect you to see that one that quickly, but for homework, it's fair game because you can use a chart, a calculator at home to try that out. So we get 7 root 7. All right, 11 is next. 11. So negative 3 root 3 minus root 3. Okay. So again, they have the same radicals, so that's good. Some people find it beneficial to put that coefficient of 1 in there. So I basically have a negative 3 minus 1, so I get a negative 4 root 3. Let's see, there's 11. 13 was another one that people had a little bit of trouble on. So that one's similar to number 11. So it's 3 root 6 plus 3 root 6. Again, same radical, so I'm going to add 3 plus 3 is 6. So I get 6 root 6. Okay. And the last one I'm going to do right now is number 18. So negative 5 root 5. Oops, it should be times root 15. Okay. So this one here, again, you can put a 1 in here for your coefficient, but it does have multiplication. So you're going to multiply the two coefficients. So negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. And then I have what's inside my radicals, my radicand, so I have 5 times 15. Again, 15 has a factor of 5, so you can rewrite 15 instead of as 15, 5 times 3. So now you have 25 times 3. So what is the square root of 25? It's 5. And I have a 3 still in that radical, so I get negative 25 root 3. Okay. So those are the numbers that people have the most trouble on. If there's anything else that you really didn't understand from this homework, just shoot me an email and I can put that one up there as well. All right, hope everyone's doing well. Bye-bye.